What is up, y'all? We are live. Sorry for the quick jump on here with figuring it out with all my kids for 4th of July festivities. We figured tonight at around 7 o'clock is when my youngest son comes back from his mom's because today is her holiday. And we're going to do a barbecue, and then we're going to go watch some fireworks. And I didn't want to miss live streaming today, so I figured I would just come on real quick, and we'll see how it goes. If enough people show up, we'll stay on for a while, and that is it. But happy 4th of July, everyone, and hopefully you guys are all having a good one. Let's see who all's here. Daryl Deemer is here, and he says hello. What is up, Daryl? Real Thing for You is here. Happy 4th. You too, man. John Bedker's here. Ball and Dangerous was not first, but 4th. I had to trick him, though. I think whenever I put my post this morning, I was shooting for 3, but the closer and closer it got to 2, I was like, I would like to get it out of the way, so... not that hanging out with you guys is a bad thing or anything. I just wanted to get it over with. Charlie is here, and he says, hey, Jeff. What is up, Charlie? Welcome. Bob Kaler's Fish Hobby is here. He says first, but I think he was like 6th, somewhere around there. Heather's here. Hiya, happy 4th, everyone. Hello, Heather. Let's see here. Who else is here? And that looks like that is it. So what is everybody up to today? I don't think I've really done anything in the fish rooms other than feed everything. I do have a little bit of an update though. So the other night I was standing by the back door watching my dog because my dog was kind of doing a little bit of barking outside, and I went out to figure out what it was. And there was a big old crow walking around, pecking around on the ground just off of my back porch where my summer tubs are. Hello, Kingly. Hello, Aquafunk. And I thought, man, I wonder if that thing's coming up around because of my summer tubs. What is up, Dank and Lumpy Dog? And then yesterday morning, whenever I went outside to feed them, I noticed a little bit of bird poop on the edge of one of the tubs, and I couldn't find all my male endlers for the longest time. And then this last week I got a couple of new really pretty fancy male guppies that I had in there, and I could only find one of them, and my other male that I already had in there, I could find him, but I mean, I looked for over an hour, and then it got dark, and I still looked. Well, yesterday, when I was on the road, I talked to my youngest son about it, and whenever he got up, he went outside, and he found one of the male endlers down in my guppy tank. So, let me rewind a little bit. 2 or 3 days ago, I took a bunch of duckweed out of the male endler tank because it got so packed and full that I moved it down into the guppy pond. Well, I think I accidentally skimmed one of my male endlers because he found it down there in the guppy tank, and he moved it up back into the endler tank, and he said he found all 3 of the male endlers and everything's good to go there, but one of the new fancy guppies was gone. So I'm thinking I've been attacked by birds. I know that you can get some mesh screens or something like that to cover them, but I decided to go ahead and start out with like an owl. Just like one of those plastic owls that you kind of perch it up high and move it around every once in a while. I didn't get the type with the moving head. I wish after I ordered it I seen one that had a moving head, and I thought that one really looked real because the head just kind of bobbles and moves around, you know. But I didn't. I got just a plastic one that slides down over a stake, and I'll have to move it around once a week or twice a week or something like that to keep them thinking it's real. What have you guys that are in the chat done with your summer tubs to prevent birds? I didn't think I was going to have a problem, and I probably still wouldn't because I've been packing the tops of those things with guppy, or not guppy grass, but with duckweed. I'm sure birds are still pretty smart, but if I can keep them from seeing things down in the tubs, maybe is what I was thinking. But Bob Kaler says, Jeff, get one of those bass that's mounted plus a song and wags its head and tail. Oh, that's a good idea. So Billy Big Bass or something like that. So you can set it so it's motion detected and it makes noise and it flips its tail. So that is a great idea. A really good idea. Thanks, Bob. That's a great idea. So Brandon says only Jeffro can do a fish show featuring a bird problem. Well, it has to do with birds eating fish, you know. So yeah, Dank said it too. Big Mouth Billy Bass. That's it. Yep. Hi, Candy. What is up? Candy Overalls is in the house. Friday Fish Facts is here. What is up, Friday? Bob says check for dragonfly nymphs in the tubs. Common problem this time of the year. Okay. I'll do that. Master Betta is in the house and he says, mine sings Take Me to the River. Yeah, that's funny. Real Thing for You says, I don't have summer tubs with a frowny face. I would be pretty sad if I didn't right now too, because I'm loving mine. I spend a lot of time out there with them. Bald and Dangerous Dougie says, Aquafunk with Angel Freak. I'm UK, bud. We gave you your freedom. LOL, LOL. Aquafunk says, I've seen a garden sprinkler head set on a motion detector before. That's a good idea. They don't like water at all. That's a great idea. The Talking Heads version is awesome. Yeah, I think if this doesn't work, I'll probably just get some kind of cover, you know, some kind of mesh. I don't want to get, like, I've got some of that, that stuff like Joey from King of DIY puts on all of his aquariums. They're like some kind of greenhouse siding or something like that. Got some of that stuff, but I don't want it to be on there because it will trap a bunch of heat down in the water, because my water temperatures are already perfect and that would spike the water. Our Aquatics is here. Says, hey fellow fish keepers, what is up, Our? Just listening in on my way home. Well, awesome. Thanks for stopping in. It was just a impromptu. I know that Nisi had shared me out earlier. I don't even think I really even had it scheduled, but anyhow, she shared me out earlier for 7 o'clock. And the reason why I'm not doing 7 is my youngest son comes back from his mom's. Today was her holiday, so I took him over there this morning. And he comes home at 7, and me and all 4 of my kiddos are going to have a barbecue around that time. And then we're going to go watch some fireworks. And I wanted to just come on quick today and have a live stream. Bob says, crows are like super smart. Hope it's a dragonfly or smaller bird. Mortal Slayer 82 says, what's up, Jeff? Happy 4th. You too, man. Our Aquatic says, screens keep dragonflies and skeeters out. Okay. I haven't had much problems with dragonflies or mosquitoes. I've got quite a bit of flow on top of the water. I mean, quite a bit. So I haven't noticed any kind of larvae or anything. So mosquitoes haven't been bad on the back porch yet. Lumpy Dog says, without the French ship blockade of the British, the upstart colonies would have never won the Revolutionary War. Corey the Cat is here. Hello, everyone. Stay safe for the 4th and have fun. You too, Corey. Let's see here. You can try chicken wire. That's what I was thinking. There's even some plastic stuff that looks like chicken wire, too. I don't know. I'll see how this owl works. I've had the tub set up for, gosh, I would say 6 weeks, maybe. Was it the beginning of May? No, it's the end of May. Like the last week of May is when I set them up. I put fish in them at the beginning of June, so I've had the tub's set up for like 5 weeks and had fish in them for like 4 weeks, somewhere around in there. I'm just, I've lost one. And it very well could be that the guppy died. I did get them this week. It could be that the guppy did die and that it's up in some of the guppy grass somewhere or something. That very well could be. Another thing that I think that helps me with birds is my porch is covered, so they can't see it from up above. They really can't tell that there's anything really going on, but they hear the water. V-Stag is in the house. What is up, Victor? He says hi all. Can't remember. I think it was on either Bob's Facebook or the Fish Fam Facebook. Victor shared some of his killifish either yesterday or the day before, and it was a nice, awesome fish. I'll tell you, I love your killifish, Victor. Beautiful. It's making me want to get into some killifish. My Friday Fishback says my neighbor had a raccoon drown in the netting. Yeah, I know. I think that's. I just wanted to try the owl because, gosh, they're cheap. I think it was like $10, and I'm gonna try it out because hopefully I don't really have a problem. And my pit bull's out there a lot, so just on the really, really hot days, I don't leave him out for very long. So, Real Thing For You says it could be that guppy jumped and then the crow got it. Yeah, very well could be. I even seen, when I was doing my research, I even seen some perch deterrents. So these little spikes that you can clamp onto the sides of your tub and it'll keep them from perching. But I'd have to get a ton of them because that shower filter that I've got has, it's setting on like a metal wire rack, and then it's got 2 pieces of 2x4. I mean, I'd have to have a ton of those. Adrian Castillo's in the house. What's up? Hope everyone is having a great 4th. You too, man. Good to see you. Devin Pepper says, what plants would you recommend in a 20-gallon long tank for guppies and plecos that protects fry and thrive in hard water and high pH? Because my water is rock hard and very high in pH. I've got a tank that I've got guppies and plecos in that I've got Java Moss in, and I think Java Moss would do good in high pH and high pH, and what is the other thing that you said's high? Hard water. Yeah. That's about the only thing I can think of off the top of my head for fry protection. I'm sure you're looking for a plant, but I can't really think of any of my plants that really offer too much fry protection. You could go with like a great big bunch of Java Fern Window. I know a lot of my Inler fry hang out in this Java Fern that I've got over here. You can like mount it on a big piece of Malaysian driftwood or something. KG Cichlids is in the house, and he says, hey Jeff, happy 4th. You too, man. Thanks for stopping in. Happy 4th to you too. Allison Chains is here. She says, hi all. Happy Independence Day. You too, Allison. Welcome to the stream. Bob Kaler says, run a 120 dog lot grade electric wire around the top. No worries, LOL. Wish I could sit by mine more, but the mosquitoes come out of the woods at dusk. Yeah, I'm setting out at mine all the time, and my mosquitoes, surprisingly, has been really low. I figured that I would just get ate up out there, but I think it's got a lot to do with on all of mine, all of my tubs have a lot of water flow on the top, so the mosquitoes are having troubles landing or something. Of course, I do have a bunch of duckweed, but that duckweed is just moving all the time. I didn't really like the water flow because it's just making your fish swim all the time, but it's not that bad for the fish in the current down there. Charlie says, Jeffro, what are the water parameters in your shrimp tanks? I don't really keep track. I know my the last time I checked my shrimp tanks, my pH was pretty much neutral, and my nitrates are really, really low. That's about all I ever check for, is just the API stuff. But I hardly ever check, and I probably haven't checked in months. I'm one of those type that the only time I really check my water is whenever I'm setting up a new tank, and I'm getting ready to add fish or something like that, or if I see something really weird in the tank, something weird, something's acting different or something like that. But I know my pH on mostly all of my aquariums are running like 7.6, kind of like the neutral, right in the middle there. 7.6, I think, the last time I checked for pH. And then I'm pretty sure my waters are pretty soft, so I always have to add like crushed coral. But this one cherry tank in there on the fish rack in my dining room, I don't believe I've added any crushed coral to that one at all. I'm just running like Flue Ball Stratum in there. I'd have to look, but I'm pretty sure I don't have any, and if it is, it's very light. Adrian Castillo says, Jeff, do you have any longfin plecos? I have got one albino longfin female, and that's the only one in my arsenal at all. So those are a 144, I believe, if I remember right. But it's the only longfin I have, and she's beautiful. She's really white. Like my other albinos are more of the lemon color, but she is really, really white. She's a full-grown female, but I don't have any others. Let's see. Allison says, what? So you think about mystery snails and shrimp together. Will the shrimp bother the mystery snail or MS fry? I don't have any mystery snails, but I have shrimp with Malaysian trumpet snails. I have shrimp with the stupid pond snails that I hate, and then I have shrimp with my ram's horn snails, and I've not noticed any kind of a problem. But I've never kept any mystery snails. I think Dank might send me some someday. He's got some. 54 Punchy is in the house, and she says, yellow fishy internet peoples. What is up, Punchy? Welcome to the stream. Happy 4th of July. Let's see here. KG Cichlid says, stupid pond snails. Yeah, I hate those things. They... Actually, what I always do when I find some, and I've got a tank right now that it just makes me so mad when I go to video the tank. They're always just everywhere on the glass, you know. But what I have been doing is, every time I see some in a tank, I've been adding some ram's horn snails to the tank, and they just beat the apple snails at thriving and surviving. So eventually the pond snails, I think some people call them apple snails, but they're those stupid little pond snails. I hate them. Punchy saying hi to everyone. Work for you Friday, Fish Facts. Yeah, I'm glad I got today off. I kind of needed it. It was kind of a nice break. I do get next weekend, what's today, the 4th? So next weekend, not this coming weekend, but the following weekend, yeah, outcompete our aquatics, outcompete, yeah, they outcompete, the ram's horn snails outcompete the pond snails, and they just do a better job at surviving, and they get all the food, and the apple snails just fall off. But next coming weekend, not this one, is my trip to go out and see Priscilla MK Art and Michael from Mile High Plecos, and I get to see Candy and the Overalls family. So I'll get a 4-day weekend that weekend. So I'm looking forward to that. I get some time off. Oh, let's see. I think I am in the bottom of the chat. Shows that we've got 23 people here. So what is everybody doing for the 4th? I've already told you guys what I'm doing. Gonna just chill until this evening and then have a barbecue and go watch some Boom Booms. Already called my mom today. Talked to her. And yeah, not too much going on. Charlie says, Jeff, how are the new tanks doing? Pretty good. That one that you guys seen the other day, the one for my L182 Starlight Plecos, you guys will get to see me put in Starlight Plecos into that tank tomorrow. That's what video is coming up tomorrow, adding the livestock to that tank. It's really awesome. I mean, they're doing great. They're more active, and I get to see them more now than what I have in forever. So I'm really enjoying it. I do have the one below it set up to, and the livestock already in it for the L183s, and I did a partial video on that will be coming out next week, I think. Speak of the devil, Michael Trevino is here, and he says, "Sup, homie?" What is up, Michael? Hopefully you're getting settled in pretty good in your new home. I'm proud for you, happy for you. Make sure and get it all spick and span for me to come up there and video it. I'm kind of anxious to see it, actually, so I can't wait. Real Thing for You has no plans for today. That's always a good day, though. I like that. KG Cichlids says, I'm getting ready to head out for a block party with lots of food and fireworks, legal ones. That is awesome, man. Sounds like a good time. Everybody saying hi to Michael. Michael Trevino says, haha, fat chance that's gonna happen. We'll get to video something, even if it's just a little bit. I'm really good at making long videos out of not very much footage. So we'll do something. We'll get you to get some plecos out or something. I don't know. We'll figure out something. Fishaholic Habits is in the house and says, happy 4th of July, guys, all the way from Scotland. Well, thanks, buddy. Thanks for stopping in. I am shaking my desk, which is making the camera shake, and the microphone was going like this. Oh well. Oh well. Well, Michael, my plans for today is, I went and dropped my son off first thing this morning and picked up some breakfast, and then went and picked up a bunch of groceries because we're going to have a cookout today. And about 7 o'clock tonight, that's the reason why I'm going live now, about 7 o'clock tonight I'm going to go pick up my youngest son, or I think his mom is going to drop him and my 20-year-old daughter off. And me and all 4 of my kiddos are going to have a barbecue, and then we're going to take off and go watch some fireworks to end the night. So Allison Chain says, anyone have limpets in their tanks? I do now and dislike them a whole lot. I sure don't, and I'm glad I don't. I used to, gosh, what is that one squiggly little worm thing? I picked up a few plants, but it's been like probably a year ago that it happened. And I can't remember what those little boogers are called, but that was kind of scary for a while. It's like a little silver flatworm that just squiggles around. Bob says, sounds like a fun evening, Jeff. Yep, it's going to be a banger. I think me and my oldest daughter were talking a little bit ago, and it's been like a little over a year since all 4 of my kids have been together at the same time. It's kind of crazy. My oldest daughter lives out in Nebraska, and she's been in visiting for like getting close to a week now. A week tomorrow, I think. 54 Punchy says, I got leeches from some plants I bought. Basically nuked the tank. Ugh, yeah, no kidding. That would stink. That would stink. Nobody likes leeches. Ugh. Well, I have ran out of things to talk about, guys. Already talked about tomorrow's video that's coming up. Anybody got any ideas for me? Because in the next couple of nights, I'm going to be making a Pleco versus food video. So anybody got any last minute ideas for a type of food that I can pick up to feed my Plecos? Because I'm going to make one here in the next couple of days. Jungle Val would do, Devin, to answer your question, Jungle Val would do pretty good, I'm sure. But I'm not sure on the Water Sprite. It seems like, and I might be wrong if there's anybody in the chat that keeps Water Sprite, but I think Water Sprite does better in softer water than harder water. Fishaholic Habit says, I've had snails laying loads and loads of tiny white eggs, white egg looking things, and it was a real eyesore. They'd be everywhere on the glass, driftwood, etc. Yeah, I know. And my pond snails are the ones that do that the most. Michael Trevino says, be right back. Charlie says grapes. Yeah, I thought about grapes, but I'm pretty positive, Charlie, whenever I looked into grapes, I think I marked them off my list because they're really high in acid, so I don't really want to put those in there. Pretty sure they were on the top 10 list of high acidic fruits or vegetables. Allison Chains, mystery snails from Florida Pond Farm, quarantined a long time. Bob Kaler says pudding pops. That'd be cool. It would be kind of cool. Yeah, baked potato would be cool too. Real thing for you. It would really be cool to do something that's just really, really bizarre. Because even though that Santa Claus melon wasn't really anything that anybody had heard of all that much, it's a melon. You know, I've done 3 melons now, and then a cucumber. Let's see, 3 melons, cucumber, and then the corn on the cob was kind of cool. That one got me some press. That got me on the Fish Fam News. I had never been on the Fish Fam News with JH Aquatics, and that one got me on there, the corn on the cob one. So, artichoke would be a good one too. I even thought about eggplant. I just about bought an eggplant yesterday. I'm looking, I actually got this new little produce place here in town, and I stopped by there earlier because I wanted to get some summer squash, because I'm sure it's a lot like zucchini, and I was going to do some summer squash, but they were closed due to the 4th. Allison Chain says, I'm torn about adding ram snails to my Inler tank. Are they impossible to remove if I change my mind? If you get some pretty nice size adults and you don't overfeed, you can keep just, you know, a few. Like in my tanks that I don't overfeed, my ram's horn snails don't overpopulate. But my son has a 20-gallon fish tank in his room, and he kind of overfeeds. And then the ram's horn snails, like I got a video from a few months back that I had to take out like 200 or so, and I had to manually take them out, you know. And now I've got him to where he's not overfeeding that bad, so the population has dwindled down. But I love ram's horn snails, and if you don't overfeed your tank, they don't overpopulate, you know. I've got some aquariums that just have like 4 or 5 of them in there, and that's where they stay, and they just get really big, you know. And let's see here. Grapefruit, I think, would be very acidic, Devin. I would think grapefruit would be very high in acidic. Coconut would not, but man, I would think grapefruit would be really a high acidic fruit. Oddball Aquatic says, hey Jeffro, just made it. Whoops. Wow. I'm probably really far behind. That's why it did that to me. Let's see here. Oddball Aquatics. Hey Jeffro, just made it. Yeah, probably. I was going to get it, but I know I don't like the flavor of it. I mean, it is really, really bitter, so I doubt that my plecos would. It was just a thought. They're kind of pretty, you know, and they're big. I like to feed big for this video series anyhow. Fishaholic Habit says, are all snails hermaphrodites? I don't believe so, but quite a few of them are. There's even some, and I don't know the correct term of it, but there's even some that if you even get one, it can reproduce, I'm pretty sure. Oddball Aquatic says, I'll have a video of them tonight. 54 Punchy says, I manually remove ram's horns and toss them in with the turtles. Yep, I got a friend that gives them to her puffers, and I send her some every once in a while. Right now, my population of ram's horn snails is kind of under control. But that when I want to get rid of them, I manually remove them too. Allison Chain says, mystery snails are gendered. That's good to know. So that would be a good one to keep. Excellent. Looking forward to seeing it at Oddball Aquatics. Fishaholics. Whoops. Hey Peter, what is up? Peter Thiel is in the house. Charlie says, have you tried bananas? I was gonna try bananas, and my youngest son kind of talked me out of it. I thought bananas would look really good. Like just do a little slit down the whole banana and just kind of open it up and let them just get up inside there and have them tunnel up inside the banana. Allison Chain says blueberries. I thought about blueberries. I know that I would probably have to skin them, and I think that they would be a higher acidic content, so that's what I'm trying to stay away from there, I think. But that's a good idea. I don't think that's on my list. Peter says, happy Independence Day, my friends. Happy Independence Day to you too, buddy. Real Thing for You says, hot dog for plecos. If it was like, if I had some zebras or something like that, if I had some zebra plecos, that would be kind of cool. Okay, so Devin says, I thought grapefruit would be too, but apparently not. I swear, I just looked it up, and the website I used was, if the website I used was right, grapefruits are not acidic. Just looked up. Habit says, has anyone ever tried oceans? I'll try that again. Raf Cabrera is in the house. He says, happy 4th, Jeff. Enjoy the day. Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it. Real Thing for You says blackberries. I don't have that one on my list either. That's a great idea. Michael Trevino says, I'm back. Real Thing for You says vegan hot dog, question mark. I'd have to do like a brat or something. Okay, so Allison says, when I feed cut in half blueberries to my mystery snails, their face turns blue when they eat. So stinking cute. That is funny. I know when I fed watermelon to all my plecos, the platies that are in there and all the plecos that are in there had red, bright red poop for like a couple of days. It was really funny. Fishaholic Habit says, has anybody ever tried Ocean Nutrition instant baby brine shrimp to feed scarlet batis? I have not. I've never even done brine shrimp at all. Is anybody... Okay, I already read that. If you eat too much grapefruit... Punchy says, if you eat too much grapefruit, you will get sores on your mouth from the acid. Grapefruit and pineapple do that. Yeah, I know that pineapple was on the top 10 list of acid. And I know that the last time that I ate grapefruit, You know how acid fruits taste? That had that acid taste to me. It's like citric acid, grapefruit is a citric, it's a citrus fruit, so it has to have citric acid in it, I would bet. Our Aquatic says assassin snails aren't, but then says are gendered. Sorry. Okay. So assassin snails are gendered. Michael Trevino says you should try corn again. Just throw in a cob that you finished with after dinner. LOL. Plecos love spam, Lumpy Dog says. Michael Trevino says Hawaiians love spam. I love spam. I grew up eating spam and I love it. I'll fry it and everything. Peter says I prefer the gender neutral and fluid snails. Fish Out of Water is here and he said, "Sup, buddy? What is up, Fish Out of Water? Welcome to the stream." Real Thing for You says, "Now I want spam and eggs." Funny. Dougie likes spam, or loves spam. I do too, Dougie. It's good stuff. Punchy says, "Yuck, spam." Well, how about treat? I don't like treat as much as spam, but one of my aunts, my mom's oldest sister, she used to make this stuff called treat casserole. And it's got like shredded potatoes in it and chunked up treat and then Velveeta cheese. And it's pretty good stuff. I wouldn't be able to eat it all the time because it's kind of rich, but it's good. Sandy Doty is in the house. Is it true if you soak wood decor in salt water, it will kill bladder snails? I don't know that for sure, but if you did soak it in salt, I would think it would soak up the salt water. But it seems like I have heard that before. Fishaholic Habit says, "What you guys feeding your fish?" I should do a video on that sometime because I'm one of those guys that feeds a lot of stuff, but my staple is the Tetra color granules. And the biggest reason why is I can feed all my fish in the whole tank. So like I can pinch it in my fingers and grind it like that, and it gets small enough for all the fry that's in there, and the shrimp that's in there can graze on it, and all that kind of stuff. And then the bigger fish can get the bigger pieces. But I feed that to every tank, but I also feed all kinds of other foods too. So, but that's my staple. Punchy says fish need to be fed, ? Dang. Our Aquatic says broccoli. Yeah, I do have broccoli on my list. I'm just trying to figure out. I bought some broccoli last week because I started maybe even the week before. I started an infusoria culture, but I ended up using one great big hunk of it for that, and then I baked the rest of it with some oil and some spices and had it with supper the other night. I made like candied broccoli. I love it. After you put it like you get a little bit of like olive oil, and you get a bunch of your different favorite spices, salt, pepper, garlic, red pepper flake, different things like that, and you sprinkle that in the oil, and then you mix it up really good, and then you chunk up a bunch of broccoli on a cookie sheet, and then you just spread that all over it, and then you kind of just mix it all up, and then 425 for like 15 minutes, and it starts to blacken just a little bit, and that's when you pull it out, and it almost has a sweet flavor to it. It's really good stuff. Okay, blanched kale. I do have that one on my list, Real Thing. I think that would be a good one too. I think it was either Daryl Deemer or Charlie, one of the others, said tofu would be cool. And I was looking for tofu the other day because that one would be a good like eye catcher for videos. So, a lot of people would be like, "Whoa, he fed his Pleco tofu." So that I was looking for that the other day because the grocery store that I go to all the time used to have foods like that, and I couldn't find it the other day. So I'm still on the lookout for that. I'd like to put a big chunk of tofu in there and have Pleco versus tofu. Heather Nielsen says pear. I think I do have pear on my list. I haven't researched it yet to see what it looks like, but excuse me. Michael Trevino says, damn kids, look what they're going to me. LOL. Okay, I don't understand that, but that's alright. You spelled black wrong, Dank. Dank is back? Did you tell everyone my secret? Question mark. What up? I'm back. I don't know what secret are you talking about, Dank? I'm Native American. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Yes, because Lance Armstrong's namesake website is always honest. Ha ha ha. Brussels sprouts or asparagus. Yeah, I thought about asparagus too. I thought that would be good too. Michael Trevino, mine is all white now, beard as well. Bob Kaler, boy, I just went past it. Sounds good, Jeff. Tomato, I thought about tomato, but it's pretty high in acid, Heather. So I nixed out on the tomato. Where has Candy been? Fish Out of Water says, where has Candy been? She's been around quite a bit here lately. She was moving last month, but I think she's settled in, and I've been seeing her on all the streams. She's doing good. I got a frog. Oh, yeah. So Dank sent me a text either this morning. I think it was this morning. So those of you that have been following Dank, he's had tons of tadpoles from his blue poison dart frogs, and his first, I believe it was his first one, is actually completed all the way through the egg, through the tadpole stage, and it is a complete frog. So Dank has completely bred and raised a blue poison dart frog all the way from an egg all the way to a regular old frog now. So Dank became a daddy basically, and it's pretty cool. Dank is official now. Yep, Dank's official. Allison Chain says, are ram's horn snails gendered? I think they are. That's what I would guess, but I don't know it for a fact. Mortal Slayer 82 says, killer Dank, way to go. Lumpy Dog says, I'm in a Chinese food coma. Why did they give me so much food for so little money? That is funny. Ugh. Yeah, those Chinese food places. I ate at one this last week, and oh my gosh. It is killer. It's coming. It's coming. From Tad Dad to Frog Dad, LOL. It's coming. Yeah, I think Dank did say that he's working on a video, if I remember right. Okay, yeah, Real Thing For You says we need a new video, Dank. Yep, he's working on one right now. He's probably working on multiple ones right now, because I know of a lot of projects that he's been working on, and can't remember the one that he's working on for an actual video right now though. Allison Chain says, darn it, ram's horn snails produce both asexually and sexually. Ooh, okay. Candy says, sorry, had to step away for a few. No problem, Candy. Can you look up non-acidic fruits so I know if I'm crazy or not? The website I used was livestrong.com. Well, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to look up the actual fruit. And I'm pretty sure you're saying grapefruit. Acid content is measured by pH. The pH is measured on a scale from 0 to 14, with 0 being the most acidic, 7 being neutral, and 14 being the most alkaline. The most acidic of the citrus fruits are the tangerine, grapefruit, lime, and lemon. The grapefruit has a 3.38 pH. So it does have citric acid in it, and I probably won't feed it to my plecos. And that comes off of research of pH levels in different citrus fruits, scienceinvestigationweekly.com. So no matter what the Armstrong one says, that website right there, which was the highest searched website on Google, says it's got a 3.38 pH of acidic content. There's your answer, Devin. I can't feed grapefruit to my plecos, and I think I'd already looked that up. Driftwood Aquatex is in the house and says, Happy 4th, Fish Fam. You as well, Driftwood Aquatex. Allison Chain says, if I have tanks side by side, will ram's horns possibly travel to the other tank? I've got those 10-gallon racks, and I don't have lids on mine, and I have caught ram's horn snails at the top of the lip. So on days whenever I filled the water all the way up, they did get to the top. So I would say it is a possibility, Allison. I keep a lot of ram's horn snails in a lot of tanks, and I would say it is possible because I have caught them at the top before. So Lumpy Dog says something very exciting. He says, Jeffro, hit me up in the late fall if you haven't found any longfin white cloud minnows to buy yet. I should have too many by then. That is awesome, man. That is awesome, because I mentioned it in one of Lucas's streams because he had brought a bunch home from the one guy that he went to, it's been a few months back, and he didn't know if he was going to have very many left, because whenever I go and see him, I know he's really big on whenever he goes to fish rooms to try to pick up some plants and different things like that. So that's what I was trying to get out of him, is like, hey, could I get some? And he didn't talk like he was going to have enough to give me. So he is a fish hoarder too. So, but anyhow, let's see, what was I saying? Oh, I will definitely hit you up, Lumpy Dog, because I would love to get some white cloud minnows. The longfin ones are beautiful. Let's see here, and I can't remember if it was Bob Kaler or if it was Peter who has the leopard longfin the Danios. My youngest son took some of his platy that he had raised. He took like 7 platies into the LFS, and he picked up a male and a female longfin leopard Danio yesterday or the day before, and those are really nice. And I can't remember if it was Bob Kaler or who it was. Okay, so it was Bob. Yep, he picked up some. They're really nice. Okay, Raf Cabrera says, Jeff, after 2 months, I finally have baby cherry shrimps. I just saw 2 in the tank. I have tiger and cherry shrimps together in the same tank. That is awesome, Raf. Isn't that cool? Lots of times I don't get to see mine until they're a little bit bigger, because I do those lava rocks. And what those big buried females do is whenever they're getting ready to drop their eggs, they go up into the lava rock, and then those babies get to have all that food that's fell down into the crevices of that lava rock, you know. So lots of times I don't get to see the babies until they're a little bit bigger, but it's surprising how small those things are. I mean, some of them are smaller than a little bitty piece of grain of sand, you know. I mean, they're just really, really tiny when they're first born. But this morning, I noticed my 3rd set in the last 3 weeks of black cherry shrimp. My black cherry shrimp tank has exploded. I even took 10 of the first brood to the LFS this week and sold him 10, and they're blowing up. So I'm definitely going to be able to bring some when I go out to Colorado for Priscilla and Michael, for sure, because they both asked me to bring some. So that was pretty exciting, because I mean, it's just crazy. Everywhere you look, there's shrimp. So congrats, Raph. I'm proud for you, man. It's definitely a good feeling, you know. Um, and not only that, like if you get a really good relationship with your LFS, like I took 10 red cherries in and 10 black cherries in, and I walked out with $30 the other day. I sell them for really cheap, and you know, I walked out with some cash, and it's like that. That definitely feeds them, you know. I mean, for sure, because shrimp don't eat that much, you know. Raf Cabrera says, thanks. Yes, it is. It is awesome, man. It's a good feeling. So, Mike, if you are still in the chat, how is your moving going, man? What all do you got left to do? Raf Cabrera says, I am part of the Gold Sea Coast Aquarium Society here in South Florida. Awesome, man. That's one thing I haven't done yet. I think my closest fish club is like 2 hours away. Maybe an hour away. There might be one in Des Moines. But I'd like to get to be a part of something like that. Yeah, Mortal Slayer 82 says, I can't wait till my fantasy blue dreams explode. I am the same. I'm in the same boat, man. I seen my largest female today, and she's not buried. I think out of the 10 that I purchased, I got 10 adults. One of the adults died in the shipping, so I really ended up with 9 adults. But then I had 3 shrimplets that happened during shipping, so I really had 12, and only one of the shrimplets survived that I know of because I seen it whenever it was growing up. And I think the most that I've counted in the last couple of months is 6. So I'm down to like 6, and I don't know what my ratio is. I don't know if I had all females and that's the reason why they haven't, or if they're just still settling in or what. But those import shrimp, they tell you that's pretty normal. You lose, you know. So Angelo's Fish Tanks is here. He says, good afternoon all. Good afternoon, Jeff. What is up, Angelo's Fish Tanks? Welcome to the stream. Doing it early today because I got a lot going on for the 4th of July festivities for tonight. So came on here live for this afternoon. Haven't ever done an afternoon live stream, so it's kind of cool. There's still been quite a lot people here, so that's pretty nice. I didn't know how it would be. I didn't know if I would show up and nobody show up. Mortal Slayer 82 says, I started with 6, now have 15, I think. Cool, that's awesome. That is a good sign, man. I don't know if I have my tank warm enough, though. It just settles down around the 70 degree mark. Jonathan Dale is in the house and says, me and Brady are watching you. Well, tell little Brado Alfredo I said hi. If you guys are in the chat wondering who Brado Alfredo is, that's my little nephew down in southern Missouri. So everybody say hi to Brady for me. He's my little nephew. He's not so little anymore. He's growing like a weed. Angelo's Fish Tank says, just back from the shop, found a new to me shop in my area. Wow, that is awesome, man. I've still got to get into my LFS and do like a little fish room tour. Everybody saying hi to Brady. Little Brado Alfredo. Oh, yeah, Angelo's. I love new fish stores. Turbo Fish had reached out to me a couple weeks ago and said that he was coming to Iowa and that he would like to meet up with me and stuff. And I did see that he did make it to Iowa, but we never did ever get back with each other. But he did post some pictures of a fish store that's kind of close to me. It's over an hour away, but I didn't know about that fish store, so I'll probably go and check that one out. Jonathan says Brady is laughing. Well, good. I love that little booger. So Angelo's Fish Tank says, I just put up a little video of what I got. Cool, I'll have to go check it out, man. And refresh my memory, I'm pretty sure I follow you on Instagram, and it seems like you made an above ground garden bed the other day, if I remember right. And I thought that thing turned out pretty cool. And I can't remember what you planted in it, but I'm pretty sure you're the one that I'm thinking of. I'm on Instagram every day, and I follow just about all of you guys that I can, anyhow. All right, we're getting close to the hour mark. I already talked about tomorrow's video, but if you guys weren't here, tomorrow I have a video coming up where I had set up last week. I posted a video on setting up a L182 Starlight Pleco tank, and tomorrow's video is where I added the livestock to the tank. So if you guys want to check that video out, show me some love. And let me look and see what next week's videos are. Saturday night I will be going live at my usual 7 Central Standard Time this Saturday night. But I wanted to touch on the videos that I've got coming up for next week, and I can't remember what they are off the top of my head. So let's look at those real quick. Boy, the internet is acting slow. So, it looks like tomorrow is my update on my L182 Starlight Plecos, because really, since I bought them, I haven't really done an update on them, and they have done a lot of growing, and they're beautiful. I know some of you guys do follow me on Instagram, but it's basically me adding them to the tank and another fish that's going to be in there with them. And then Monday is going to be I'm adding a new summer tub plus updates on my other summer tubs. And then next Thursday I got my Zebra Danios to spawn, and I made a video on that. And then the following Monday, I've already got that video up, and it's working in the fish room, new tank setup and maintenance. So got a lot of videos coming up, and then I am going to be in the next couple of nights making another Pleco versus food video. Hey Jad. Jad Orsi is in the house at the end of the stream, but welcome Jad, thanks for stopping in. We are probably going to end it here in a few minutes, but Mortal Slayer 82 says I need to Instagram my goldfish pond. Yeah, definitely, man. How's it going? Yeah, it's going pretty good. I'm off today, so any day that you're off is a good day. And I'm all caught up on all my fish room stuff. I mean, I've fed all my tanks today. All my water changes are all caught up. I talked my youngest son the other day into doing his fish room, all the water changes in his room. I usually do them all for him, but he did them himself, so. All right. I think I am completely caught up in the chat. Oh, another thing that I wanted to talk about really quick. Prolific Breed is here. Man, I'm late. Hi, Jeff Rowan fam. What is up, Prolific Breed? It's okay. I didn't even have this one scheduled until 10 minutes before I came on. I just wanted to come on live before, because tonight I'm going to be having a bunch of busy stuff going on, so. Allison Chain says, your chat has made a huge difference for me. Thanks so much to you and everyone in the chat. Much respect to you all. Well, thanks, Allison. I really love having you here. You always bring a lot to our live streams, and I appreciate it. I appreciate you coming here and supporting me, and thanks for coming. Angelo's Fish Tank says, I'm behind on my fish room stuff, LOL. Yeah, I got kind of lucky, and I'm like really caught up. So, oh, the other thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about, I think I'll have to look and see. I'm at 960 subscribers, so I've got 40 more, and I think on the tracker it says it looks like I'm going to hit that in 3 days, 43 minutes. So a little over 3 days it says that I should get to my 1,000 mark. So actually no, that's to the next mark, which is 970. So we're looking at maybe about a week to 9 days, and I should be hitting my 1,000 mark. compared to what I've been growing at, the rate I've been going at. So that's just a guesstimation. But we will be doing some type of a giveaway for that. And if you guys could, after this live stream is over, go into the comments section and give me some ideas on what I should do, because I want to be fair. I've got people from other countries that are subscribed to me, so I need to do something like that, because originally I thought I was just going to get like a $60 or $100 gift certificate to like oh gosh, to like Flip Aquatics. I don't know why I was drawing a blank there. That's originally what I was going to do, is just do a gift certificate to Flip Aquatics. But I want it to be able to be for other people in other countries as well, you know, because I have a lot of subscribers from all over the place. So if you guys could, not in the chat, but in the comments section after this video, drop me some ideas or some suggestions on what I should do, so I can take a look at those and come up with something, because here in about a week or so, we're going to be needing to do a giveaway, because I'm about to hit my 1,000 subscriber goal, and I'm pretty stoked about that. And I want to say right here to you guys right now, it's all due to you guys, and I appreciate all of your support, and for everybody that's been helping push my channel, and for coming here and being here for me. I appreciate it. So that does it for today's live stream. I'll see you guys Saturday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, for another one of these awesome live streams. And you guys have a great rest of the day and the rest of the week, and we'll see you Saturday night. Peace out, y'all. Peace out.